Hi and welcome back to Normski TV, doing a review player ratings of the game yesterday. Arsenal 0, Man City 1. And to be honest, it could have been a lot more. Believe you me, it could have been a lot more. The first 10 minutes, 5-10 minutes of that game, if Man City didn't decide to take their foot off the gas, mate, listen, they were coming at us like a steam train, mate. Steamroller, man. Kieran Tierney, that side, I mean, literally, he was just getting bombarded, left, right, and centre. And what didn't help is that Xhaka was just not there to help him. They weren't doubling up on Mahrez, and he had a fantastic... I thought Foden was going to play, but Mahrez, mate, who's practically... played well in the last 2 or 3 games, getting, man of the match in the last game. He come there and he was twisting up. He was twisting up Kieran Tierney on that side. And the goal, I mean, after 2 minutes, what was Arsenal doing? Why we conceded so early? And what even makes it worse is the fact that you had a 5'7" player, Sterling, who always scores against Arsenal. What was Holding doing? Were you admiring? Let's take a selfie. Yeah, come on, let's take a selfie. Yeah, come on, Bellerin, let's take a selfie. Because, Holding 6'3", Bellerin is 5'10". And you're telling me you could not jump this player? As a matter of fact, you didn't even realise he was there. It was only at last minute when you see him jumping up in the air. This guy out-leaped you. Yeah, the time for De Bruyne to play that crossfield pass. Yeah, Kieran Tierney, why are you not trying to put a tackle in? Listen, man. Look, Arsenal, yesterday, we were toothless. We were toothless. Aubameyang, what are you doing? We come out of a game where you score an hat-trick against Leeds. Yeah, and you put in that performance. You're the captain of Arsenal. You're our talisman. And you did not lay a glove. You was getting pushed, bullied left, right and centre by John Stones, who apparently at one time was linked with us. Now this is a guy, he's probably one of the best defenders alongside Diaz in the Premier League. They've only conceded 15 goals. Where was we going to get our goals from? Where was we going to get our goals from? We've got the attacking players like Pepe, Xhaka, Aubameyang up front, Odegaard, and we did not lay a glove on them. The only player that I would say that played well, Leno in goal, couldn't do nothing about the goal. Xhaka tried his best to make things happen, but kept going down blind alleys and crosses and passes weren't coming off for him. But he was at least trying to make something happen. Odegaard wasn't even in the game. I didn't hear his name, and I did say in my preview, I was like, you know what? I don't know if he's ready for this game, because literally the game went past him. You're playing against top class opposition. You're playing against top class opposition, and when you're playing against those kind of players, it is very hard to get a foothold in the game. Yes, you wanted the ball, and there was a couple of times you was requesting the ball from Nene and Granit Xhaka, but these guys, what do you expect? When you've got Granit Xhaka and Nene in the side, when they receive the ball, Dave, first thing they do, rather than take it on the half turn, no, they take it and they play it straight back to the player. It's always sideways, backwards. And this is what you get. The midfield, in terms of the attacking three, didn't get no service whatsoever. Odegaard was coming deep for the ball. He was coming deep to go and pick up the ball to try and make something happen. And, you could see the frustration. But Granit Xhaka and Nene did not offer nothing. All right? And the short passes, it just was not coming off. I said, like, maybe start Abalas with him. At least start Abalas with Xhaka. But when you've got 2 players in there and their only fault is to play that ball sideways or backwards, if you had a Partey in there, he's taking that ball, he's taking that on the half turn and he's going. Yeah, we didn't lay a glove on them. Literally did not lay a glove on Man City. And for a matter of fact, they were playing in first gear. If they wanted to change gears, mate, I felt sorry for us. Yeah, but we're playing at home, for crying out loud. We're playing at home at the Emirates. And you better thank your lucky stars, Arteta, and the team that there was no fans in that stadium. Because, mate, they would not accept that dross that you served up. Yeah, what a waste. These players are, when I say we are mediocrity, yeah, 10th. We've lost 11 games. We've lost more than we've won. This is under Mikel Arteta. And the problem with Mikel Arteta is he takes a long time to make decisions. He should have brought Lacazette on. Second half. Abalas wasn't doing anything. You needed someone that could hold the ball up and make something happen. Abalas is not your man. Every time and when he did receive the ball, it was just bouncing off of him. And he was just there standing out on the left, because sometimes he was sort of switching. But he just was not in the game. Getting bullied off the ball, left, right and centre. Listen to this. When you check out the stats, I couldn't believe the stats. I mean, the stats were absolutely ridiculous. Now, I'm just looking at one football and when you see the stats, man, I'm like, what is going on? So for the whole game, we had a total of 7 shots at the Emirates. A total of 7 shots and only 1 on target. 1 on target. Now, to be honest, yeah, right. Man City had 15 and then only had 3 shots on target. But they only, listen, if they wanted to score more goals against, they would have. But they took their foot off the gas. After 10 minutes, they said, this side, Arsenal, come and play past us. We're so predictable. Why is Arteta now playing Pepe on the left? Yeah, playing Pepe on the right and Xhaka on the left. Why? What was working when this has been Pepe's best couple of games, 3 or 4 games where he's performed on the left. And you decide now you're going to play him on the right. And then when he does play on the right, he does not get no service. Because you've got your baller or non-baller, Mr. Bellerin, who cannot trap a fly to save his life. This guy is absolutely useless as a footballer. I saw the guy try and play a short pass and it goes out. He's trying to play a pass to Pepe and it goes out. You can't, you just cannot play football. Your crosses, you don't, it's just almost like when you get to that byline, you just panic and you just hit the ball and it goes to nobody. First man, or as I said, out for a throw or corner. It's just not a corner, a goal kick, sorry. Not good enough. Absolutely not good enough. Yeah, this guy's been with Arsenal for God knows how long. And yes, he's had his injury problems. But listen, we're talking now 3-4 years now. The man is now back. Yeah. And I'm just wondering what he's doing. Yeah, what are you doing, Bellerin? You can't defend. It is so frustrating. The only good thing out of this is that we did not get battered. But it's still not good enough. If we're going to be accepting this, to say, oh, well, at least we didn't get beaten 1-0, that is not good enough. Absolutely not good enough. We did not lay 1 ounce on them, not 1. Man, my man might as well just goalkeeper might as well just go and lie down in his goal because, mate, we weren't troubling him. Yeah? They are miles better than us. Every one of their players. Yeah, they're so comfortable on the ball. They know where the next ball is going to be. They know where the next player is going to be. Listen, when I, one of the things is, Arsenal like to, show their training ground sessions and their quick 1-2 passing, and I'll see them doing it. I think, oh, that looks nice. But then when it comes to the real day, match day, I don't see any of that. I do not see any of that quick flying football. Yet Man City do it in training. It's instilled in them. It's grounded into them. They know exactly where their players are going to be. Their movement, we're just static. Absolutely static. Absolutely static. And as I said, backwards, sideways. That's all we do. It is not good enough. A club of our size. We went to the Emirates. We went to the Emirates to compete. We're 10th. We're competing with likes of Brighton, Leeds. That's who we're competing with. We're 11 points off the top 4. Forget top 4. Forget it. Are you serious? Forget top four. Our next game is Leicester away. You think we're going to go and win that game? Get out of here. Get out of here, mate. We're not good enough. Arteta, you are not the man. Why are you... I mean, why? Why are you changing things around? Now, for me, you got the Benfica game coming up. Rest Aubameyang. Start Lacazette. No, but you start Aubameyang. You know, Xhaka. Yeah, all right, I said I want him in the team. But then, if things are not working, bring on Martin. What has Martinelli done, please? Someone tell me what Martinelli has done, please. What has Martinelli... Oh, there's one other good thing. You didn't bring on Willian. Yeah, that's a little feather in your cap. But apart from that, what you done? Your substitutions are too late. You're not going to... 17 minutes is your first substitution. That's your first substitution. What is that going to do? Tell me what that is going to do. How are we going to change the games? What time has these players that are going to come on going to change the game? Not a lot. We're just not good enough as a side. And if come the summer, and this is what makes it worse, is that we're going to go into the summer with these same players. You've got 5 or 6 of these players that are Wenger signings. How many of these players are we going to let go? How many players are we're going to let go in the summer? I guarantee you, David Louise will get another contract. Yeah, he'll get another contract. Holding has already got another contract. I wouldn't be surprised if Bellingham gets another contract. I would not be surprised. But he's not good enough. He's not good enough for where we want to go. Granit Xhaka, listen, he's got, probably a year and a bit on his left on his contract? Listen, man, I guarantee that these guys are going to be still at the club. And if we want to move forward as a club, if we want to get back into the top 4, we cannot get into the top 4 with this side. You know, we want to be building around the players like Xhaka, Smith Rowe, Martinelli. Those are the future. But listen, we need the board to back. Now, if you're going to back Mikel Arteta by keeping him, you need to give him the money to spend. But the problem is that we are not going to make it into any kind of European position right now as it stands. I don't even see us getting into Europa, much more top 4. We're currently lying 10th on 34 points. 34 points. Look how far we are behind the top 6 or the top 4, whatever you want to call it. West Ham! Oh my gosh. What has happened to our Arsenal? Seriously, where has our Arsenal gone? I did a podcast probably about 7 months ago, and I said, where has our Arsenal gone? Where has it gone? Where has it gone? Because I'll tell you now, back then, I'll say, yeah, we're getting Arteta in. Bring back Unai. Bring back Unai, mate, because, brother, from what I am seeing here, no, there's just no tactics. It's Arteta ball again. Back to Art. This guy is naive. He's young. He was Pep's cone man. You listen. Pep got you again. Yeah, he gives you all the adulation. Oh yes, Arteta, brilliant coach, and blah 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 blah. We get sucked in. The fans get sucked in. We are no good. We are no good. Our coach is not good. That guy needs to apply his trade in the championship or something like that. You cannot be coming to a big club like Arsenal. Yeah. And it's only because we've got some cheapskates owners. Yeah? Yeah, cheapskate owners. And the problem is that they're happy with this. They're happy with this. The fans, or some fans, are not happy and not going to take this kind of rubbish, take this kind of dross, this mediocrity that we're in right now. We're a mid. Can you believe it? Arsenal, 10th. Losing 11 games. Mate, let me just finish my rant, because this team is just driving me up the wall. They're driving me totally up the wall. Yes, and you know, the lineup, I'll just say, the back 4 was Bellerin, Holding, Pablo, Tierney, Leno, Mohamed El Nene, Xhaka, Pepe, Odegaard, Saka and Abalas up front. And yeah, this is the side that he went with. As I said, we got a big game coming up on Thursday. How many of these players will likely to play? Obviously, I think Granit Xhaka will still be there. Saka will probably start. He'll probably bring in Smith Rowe for that game, but I will talk about that game, preview to that game in the next couple of days. But yeah, he's gone with his side. That's the side that he's gone with against Man City. They didn't even play. Man City didn't even play with a striker. They played with a false nine, and I think that was De Bruyne. And they made one change. Yeah, they made one change. Brought on Gabriel for Kevin De Bruyne. They did not. I mean, I was watching one of the channels, and they were talking about they did not. Man City did not even. You didn't see no sweat come off of them. Literally, they didn't have to get out first scare. Now, they played against all the other teams that gave them a hard game, even though they lost by, a big margin. And people say, yeah, we only lost 1-0. But, they were toying with us. If Man City wanted to turn up the game, they would have. And I'm telling you, we would have got battered. And technically, as a side, Arsenal, individually, collectively, as a team and individuals, we have got very mediocre players. I could probably name on maybe one hand, half decent players. I don't even know if Abalas, he's bordering on what I thought was world class, but at the moment you ain't showing me that. As the captain, you're not showing me that at all. You're not showing me the prospects of the likes of Saka and Smith Rowe, Martinelli. These are the future. Yeah, but under Mikel Arteta, I don't think this guy is handling these youngsters well at all. When we play well, when they play well, when Pepe plays well, he drops him. What's he got against Martinelli? It is a complete joke. But look, enough of my rant. I keep saying it every time. We need to fix up. We need to, listen. Let me just do the player ratings. Let me do the player ratings and get out of here. So let's start off with Leno in goal. Couldn't do nothing about the goal, the first goal. Literally, you just done nothing good. So I'm not going to even blame him. I'm going to give Leno a 6. I'm going to give Leno a 6. Bellerin, you just can't play football, mate. Enough said. You just can't play football. You didn't offer nothing. All right. You play on that side with Pepe. How about passing the ball to him sometimes? How about learning how to trap a ball? How about making sure that a short pass gets to a player? You've lost your pace. You're predictable. You're always cutting in. And when you're meant to make that pass, you don't. You stop and you cut it back and you play it backwards. Not good enough. You're technically not good enough, and you're just not a good enough defender. You're getting a 3 from me, mate. Holding, you should have done better for that goal. You're there admiring Sterling. You're just there. Oh yeah, you look good up there, mate. How about jumping? Yeah. How's it that you're not seeing this guy? And this is the problem with your game. Your lapse of concentration. All right. After that, you didn't really do anything wrong, but because of that, you need to be focused. You need to be on it. Giving you a 4, mate. Giving you a 4. Pablo Mari, I would probably say was the best out of a bad bunch. I would say he was the best out of a bad bunch. First half, a little bit shaky, just coming back from a long-term injury, stroke, didn't want to pay his former club £1 million. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. Second half was more composed on the ball, but there was a couple of times, and I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's Arteta that tells these or instructs these guys. Sometimes I've seen the guy over the halfway line, and I'm thinking, who's covering you? Sometimes I see Granit Xhaka drop into that, but just stay in your place, mate. Stay in your position. Why are you halfway up the pitch? And you're playing against a team like Man City. You haven't got the pace. Get back in your position, man. But look, I'm going to give Pablo a 5. Kieran Tierney, listen, he's just come back again from long-term injury. Was not one of his good games. You've got to do better against Mahrez, he was twisting you up left, right, centre. Second half, he was a bit better because what was happening is as we got into the game, when I say as we got into the game, you was trying to force things, you was trying to make things happen down that wing, you got a couple of crosses in and stuff like that. But the first 20 minutes, 25 minutes of that game, mate, you was getting torn apart, mate, and you didn't have the help from Xhaka. So that made it even worse. And you, after the game, I mean, you looked absolutely knackered. I mean, you came out, you know, as you do, because you're thinking, where's our captain? You know, you come out in the post-match, you said what you had to say, very honest chap. And yeah, you're definitely a future captain, but, you know, you didn't have a good game, and I'm going to give you a 3, man. I'm going to give you a 3. Right, looking at the two in front, El Nene and Granit Xhaka. Gosh, man. El Nene is what is written on the tin. A very basic footballer. Very basic footballer. Running around like a headless chicken. Passing the ball sideways, backwards. That's all he does. Does not offer nothing in any way or form. Does not offer nothing for me. Just was not good. Just not good enough. And if we want to go to those kind of echelons of, you know, going back to European football, this guy's happy. He's happy that he's just seen the side. Who would have thought that El Nene would be, you know, he hasn't played for weeks, you know, and all of a sudden you bring him into the Man City game. Not good enough, mate. You're getting a 3. Granit Xhaka, again, you know, always falling over, weak on the ball. And when you're meant to be playing the ball, there's times when you had chance to play the ball forward and you stop. You turn. You're like you got the turning circle of some large oil container, mate. You just takes so long. Yeah, and the ball is always backward. The ball comes to you. You know, you have a chance to play it up through the lines. No, you play it back through the lines, back to the goalkeeper or back to one of your defenders. Not good enough. You're getting a 3, mate. Pepe didn't get no service, but could he have got into the game more? You know, cut a frustrated look as well, player. And when you got Bellerin down that side, you know, what do you expect? Didn't have one of his good games. You know, the last 3 or 4 games when he was playing on the left, that's where you saw Pepe at his best. Unpredictable. But when he plays on that right hand side, he's just too predictable. Didn't have one of his best games. I'm giving Pepe a 4. Odegaard, you know, unfortunately, as I said, you know, I didn't think he was ready for this game because literally when you're playing up against a side like Man City, listen, this game is going to go past you. And when you I know you wanted the ball, but then when you did get it, nothing really happened. And it was almost like you know, there was a couple of stray passes that you made as well. And it was a tough game for him. It was a very, very tough game for him. I'm going to give Odegaard also a 4 as well. Xhaka, who tried to make things happen, did his best. It's just unfortunate because I don't know why, you know, Arteta decides that he's going to swap sides. His best game was when he was playing on the right. He was making things happen. Didn't really trouble. He didn't really trouble. I think there was one time where he was in the area, ball came to him and he went to turn to kick it and he slipped. Other than that, just nothing really. Going down blind alleys, frustrated, didn't really help out his left back. You know what I mean? Sometimes you're just wondering there. And I was thinking, what's going on? What's going on, man? But look, Xhaka, I'm going to give him a 5. I'm going to give Xhaka a 5. Aubameyang, for me, who played up front, probably the worst player, seriously, on the pitch. You know, the guy just looked devoid of ideas, didn't look interested. He's our captain, for crying out loud. This guy is our captain. Getting pushed off the ball, lost his pace. I mean, he was in a one-on-one foot race with Stones, and Stones just said, "What, boy? What are you doing? Yo, he ain't get that ball, man. Man get barred off, and then he's lying on the floor, you know, looking for help from the referee. Nah, man, come on, man. You are our captain. You should be taking the ball by the horns and saying, come on, guys. Where's the, you know, when they were pressing? Yeah, you was pressing by yourself, but you've got to make sure that the rest of the team are pressing with you. You know what I mean? Didn't lay a glove on them. Toothless, absolutely toothless up front. You're getting a 1-off for me, mate. Sorry, man. Worst player on the pitch, 1-off for me. In terms of the substitutes, as I said, with 17 minutes to go, he brings on Lacazette from Odegaard, who came on again, didn't really offer much. And that's exactly what it is, just didn't offer much. So I'm going to give him a 3. I'm going to give Lacazette a 3. Smith Rowe came on for Pepe. Again, you know, there was a double change there, so 2 players coming on with 17 minutes to go. Nothing happened, unfortunately. Didn't make no kind of impact at all on the game. Again, I'm going to give him also a 4 as well. Now, obviously, Rob Holding got taken off because of a head injury, so obviously they brought in a concussion substitute, which is David Louise. He came on, and to be honest, again, 82 minutes he came on. I think by then, you know, City had just taken their foot off the gas. He didn't really have much to do as well, so I'm going to give him a 4 as well. Dennis Abalas came on for Nene. Now you're thinking, the 86th minute is bringing on Dennis Abalas. Why not bring him on earlier? Just to try and make something happen in the park. At least Sabalas, even though he played some sideways passes, but not as much as Nene, at least he would try and get the ball forward. He's a little bit more tenacious. But he came on in the 86th minute. Didn't really impact it. I'm gonna give him a 3. Now, Mikel Arteta, you know, you changed the formation. When I say the formation, you know, you decided that you're gonna play Pepe on the left instead of on the right, and Saka on the left. You know, why change the formula? If something is working, why not just keep it and make it work? Yeah? Don't get it. I don't get your thinking. I don't understand your thinking. You start Aubameyang up front. You know, it would have been good if you just left him out and getting prepared because he was missing chances against Benfica. Just hoping that he will find his feet against Benfica, because that is a massive game. That is a massive game. You should have really started Lacazette. Your substitutions, you make them too late. You know, Wenger, we used to complain about Wenger making them on the 65th minute. This man is making them in the 70th, 75th minute. It's just not good enough. It really is not good enough, man, Arteta. Your decision making, just the way you handle the side, you know, and you must be seeing a different game to the rest of us. Yes, yeah, you criticised the first goal, but other than that, you know, we didn't lay a glove on them. You know, it's all right you saying we came into the game and we had chances. We didn't have no chances. The stats speak for themselves. Yeah, 7 shots in total for the whole game. 1 shot on target. That is not good enough. We're playing at home, for crying out loud. Not good enough. You're getting a 4 from me. That's what you're getting from me, a 4. The referee, absolute joke. There was a couple of incidents in that game. I can't remember. There was a tackle, I think, on Xhaka. A bad tackle on him. I think it was by Ruben Diaz. Took him out, the player. Didn't even give him a yellow card. I mean, what are you on, man? Moss, what are you on? What are you on? Yeah? Then there was dissent from Raheem Sterling when he threw the ball down. I'm thinking, give the man a yellow card. Oh, no, you call him over. Oh, don't worry, Mr. The refereeing in this game, absolutely a joke. And that's for VAR. I mean, listen, VAR, there was no VAR incidents in this game, but look, from watching some of the games over the weekend, the referees and the VAR decisions that are being made, absolutely ridiculous again. You know, they have to sort this out. You know, when this season is over, mate, I said they all got to go back to the drawing board, man, because the referees that are managing this is just, they're absolutely hopeless. Absolutely hopeless, mate. Absolutely hopeless. But look, it is what it is. You know, what can you say? What can you say? It's a game that was lackluster, toothless, playing at home. We didn't turn up. You know, it's almost like another training ground game. You're almost scared to lay a glove on Man City, maybe hoping that they wouldn't then hit back at us. You know what I mean? It was almost like, yeah, you know, turn over as usual, tickle our stomachs. Yeah, not good enough. Not good enough. I'll tell you, when this summer comes, man, if I don't see half of that team sold and we bring in some new faces, man, we're going to be back at square one. Arteta at the helm, we're going to be back at square one. I don't see us moving from mid-table mediocrity. Not at all. Not at all. They got to sort this out, because right now we are a team going in the wrong direction, and I hate to see my Arsenal like this. But listen, guys, thanks for watching the channel. Thanks for supporting it. As I said, I'm 3 away from 120. Please support the channel. Thank you for all your comments. And listen, trying to get to that 120. Please like, subscribe, and share. Hopefully, I mean, I keep promising you, I want to try and do the What's Going On podcast. You know, I'm going to try and see if I can get one done this week, if possible. So look out for that. We'll be doing, obviously, the preview for the Benfica game, and we'll just see how we go. But yeah, it's another disappointed Arsenal. We're just very inconsistent, very consistently inconsistent. Don't know what Arsenal's going to turn up. But listen, guys, take care, and I'll see you on the next one.